We're going live.
Like you're on a taller chair right now.
Am I?
Yeah.
I'm definitely not a taller person.
I'm like, I look shorter than you for this time.
That's weird.
Hey, guys.
Because in real life, John's taller than me, but for some reason,
We're actually pretty close.
he looks shorter than me. Are we?
I'm relatively.
I don't know. When I'm talking to just you and there's nobody else around, I feel like you're taller than I am.
I don't feel like that way ever in my life. I'm not sure I've ever felt that way. So
that you're taller than
it's
anyone.
probably just off my radar when that happens.
Java really wants to be in the video. Okay, come on. Java really wants to say hi.
Is who's here with us? Someone here with us? I can't really tell. Someone's here with us.
What's up, somebody?
Somebody even gave us a thumbs up.
Oh, I guess I got to plug the.
Somebody's want to plug in their laptop.
Java really wanted to say hi to you guys. He's gonna sit in for me while I'm gone.
So hey guys, thanks for joining us. I know that we said hi on YouTube and on Facebook and Instagram and Twitter this morning. Did a little coins and coffee. We're just going to cover some of the questions that we got this week on the large sense. Ryan is just grabbing his charger real fast to make sure we don't die as we're doing this. We're doing it in a more controlled environment this time. We were out and about, just kind of doing our thing last weekend, and so of course when we went live on YouTube, it was a little rough. It was a little choppy. We didn't have a Wi-Fi connection. We were just using cellular network. So thanks for bearing with us. We appreciate you guys hanging out and asking all the questions you did. We thought it went pretty well for our kind of test run, if you can call it that. So,
okay.
All right. That was funny.
Boom. We have power.
Okay, cool.
Java, are you doing a good job?
And we're back.
Are you doing a good job sitting in for me, little chunk? Okay, cool. Yeah, it's been pretty awesome working with the. No, look over here. Look over here. There you go. There you go. Look over there. Yeah, it's been really fun working with the large sense for the last couple weeks. We had Arrowhead Broken on Twitter, who kind of told us to start covering the series. That was his idea, and so we've been going series by series and kind of digging in a little bit deeper.
Yeah.
We did the Flowing Hair series, which is 1793 through 1796. And then we just covered the Drape Bust series as well on previous YouTube videos. So
right, which goes from 1796 up until 1808. I think it's 1808. Yeah, and then that's when the classic head design starts, which kind of leads us to one of our first questions. Which is about the direction that the Liberty head is facing, as far as facing left, facing right. The series starts off facing right, on the flowing hair, on the chain scent, and then leading up through even to the Drape Bust. But at the classic head design in 1808, it does change to a facing left design,
and that was our friend Stacking.coin from Instagram.
Okay,
cool. We do probably more on Instagram than we do anywhere else.
Yeah.
I don't know why, but that's just where the attention is right now.
Friendly group.
Yeah, exactly. So again, Stacking.coin asked, why was the bust changed from facing right to facing left?
There may not have been an exact reason besides just a designer change. Now, we have read a few interesting things, some theories, I guess, if you will. There are a few theories out there that right-handed engravers and designers do left-facing portraits better, and left-handed designers and engravers do right-handed portraits better. So I'm not sure if there's anything to it. If you guys have any opinions, then let us know in the comments, and we'll certainly address those. But it's kind of an interesting theory about the way that these engravers or designers produce these things as well. So, but yeah, no official answer there. We think
at least we couldn't find it. Do you guys know why the portrait went from right to left? We researched it thoroughly, and we could not find any information on that. So maybe you guys know something we don't.
Yeah, maybe you do. Let us know.
If you do, say so in the comments. Make sure you tag us so we see it. And I don't know how deep you got into the theories, because I was kind of like focusing on typing, but were you talking about the like portraits and the sculptors and stuff like that?
Yeah, as far as the engravers that are left-handed versus right-handed, and which direction they may favor as far as producing an image. And so again, there was a theory out there in a message board that I was reading where somebody had suggested that may be the case. And then of course there's the political reasons as well. Hey, what's up, David? Thanks for joining us.
Hey, David. Good morning. Thanks for joining us. And also Reviews in Currency. Thanks for joining us. Glad you guys can be here. If you have any questions about large cents or anything else coin related, go ahead and hit them up in the comments section. We'll answer every question. We're going to hang out as long as you guys do, and,
Cool.
and as long as there's some conversation going. So
We're kind of waiting for CFA to show up.
Yeah.
Once Coins for Amateurs shows up, then we know it's time for us to get out of here, because those guys are probably going to be going live shortly after us, I'd imagine.
I'm looking at my clock, bro. I'm
Yeah.
looking at my clock.
So as soon as CFA gets here, then we know that we're out.
My clock, otherwise known as my watch.
Yeah, there you go.
That's another thing to call it. Yeah.
So what's the next question?
Okay, so the next question is, this is from Carson City Kid. I'm not sure if you know who that is.
Yeah, it's
On Instagram?
some jerk on Instagram who's always bugging us. But yeah, so the question was, did the large cent always have the same weight and the same purity and the same size? And so the answer to that question, interestingly enough, the size did change when it was first produced. It was 27 millimeters. To give you guys just an idea what that is, a quarter is 27 millimeters. So a large cent is, and a $50 is 32 millimeters. So you're talking about something that is about the size of a quarter, a little bit smaller than a $50. It went from 27 millimeters to 28, then back down to 27.5 when they concluded the series. So it ranged in size a little bit. As far as the weight, it started off at 10 grams and it ended up in 13 grams. So it did change weight a little bit as well.
I think Java's taking exception to that question.
I think
I heard some barking. Did John get it right, or he wants to wrestle?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, very good. Yeah, the pug likes to wrestle. Okay, so you're saying the weight and purity actually varied pretty greatly, and
Yeah.
I'm sure some economics had something to do with it, right? Was it reduced a little bit later? In other words, did they start heavier and go lighter? Or
My understanding was that it actually started off lighter and then went heavier as far as the gram content.
no kidding.
I'm gonna double check though. Let's see here. So 10.89, and let me see
we
the
just
final
had
series.
Gestapol jump on. Did I say that right? Gestapol? Did I get it right? Hopefully I did. Yeah.
Hey,
What's up? What's up, Gestapol? Welcome to the live feed here. We're doing a question and answer video this morning live. If you have any questions on coins, go ahead and ask in the comments section there. We'll make sure to answer all your questions. We're really glad you guys are with us this morning. We're kind of focusing on large cents because that's been our focus for the last few weeks. And we thought we'd just kind of round it out with a Q&A show because we learned a lot. And we actually ended up finding a series that I think we're both pretty excited about. I know I am.
and to finally answer that question, it actually started off at 13.48 grams and then worked its way down to 10.89. So yeah, it did start heavier and then worked its way down to being a lighter coin in the end.
Because just generally speaking, historically, metals contents have tended to get reduced over time as the government wanted to increase debt on their balance sheet, or they wanted to maybe fund a war effort or some kind of economic crisis or something. Especially you can see that in Roman coins from the early empire all the way through the end of Rome. They reduced the actual metals content in coins more and more because they were funding all these foreign wars they couldn't afford.
Interesting.
Yeah, and the U.S. had its fair share of war all the way up to since then, right? We're just a warring country, I guess.
Mean, the War of 1812.
Yeah, the White House burned down, for God's sakes.
The imagery in that one is incredible. Yeah.
Is that the one where the White House burned down?
It is.
Yeah.
It is.
Okay.
And wasn't it? Was it Adams's wife who was supposed to be running across the White House lawn with her stuff as the White House is burning? Apparently, it was like she was in town. He wasn't, but she was.
Dude,
yeah,
that's crazy.
Yeah, no, it may not be Adams. Maybe someone will correct us.
Yeah, Gestapol just said wartime economy permanent. So I think what he's reflecting on is maybe that the weights get reduced. They do different things to fund war,
And then it stays that way forever.
Yeah. So they make the change during war, but then everybody gets used to the reduced content. Oh, there he is, CFA.
All right, guys. So we're done now. Now that CFA's here, we're tagging out. These guys, the pros have arrived, so
man.
we're done. We're handing the reins over to CFA since they're here. No,
Yeah.
What's up, guys? What's up?
Yeah, we always love having Coins for Amateurs with us. If you haven't checked out Chad's channel, go to Coins for Amateurs on YouTube. Also, he's on Twitter and Instagram and Facebook. Check out all his channels. He actually does different content for each of them. He's not like one of those like rookies that just posts the same thing on every channel.
You mean like us?
We're
trying.
I
guys.
didn't
Come on,
say
man.
anything.
Come on, we're trying. We're trying.
So yeah. Chad does awesome work. He actually did an awesome piece on the matron head sent
Yeah, he
last
did.
night
Yeah, he did.
on the hashtag Saturday Night Coin Show on Twitter, and it was awesome. I don't know if you watched the video. I did. I mean, Chad does a great job with roll hunting, but I thought that piece on the matron head was awesome.
Yeah, it's cool.
Maybe more educational content. I'd sure watch it.
I think it's fun. They have a great thing going on over there. And when Miss CFA gets involved and they're doing their giveaways and they're calling the numbers out, it's a blast, man. It really is. I dig it.
It's pretty cool. So it looks like CFA's been having fun researching. Yeah, that was definitely a success. I love how we all collaborated to make that content. That was super cool. One of the funnest things I've done in a while. In fact, the whole Saturday Night Coin Show group, if you guys haven't been to hashtag Saturday Night Coin Show, definitely check out that thread on Twitter. It's every Saturday. I know it says Saturday night, but it really starts at like 9 a.m. Pacific and goes all the way
on the
till-
West Coast. Yeah. So
Yeah.
so when we wake up on the West Coast, I mean, there's already some Saturday Night Coin Show stuff going on Twitter. So it's pretty cool.
Okay, David Carlisle just said, and the portrait of George Washington. So is there a specific series that you were referring to of Washington? I know there's been a lot of different designs that featured his
I'm
portrait.
trying to think. Is there one of him that?
Well, I mean the quarter.
No, I mean that flipped.
Oh, that flipped. Oh, I don't know about
I'm
that.
just trying to think if there's one that went back and forth or the.
Okay, cool.
I mean, obviously the purity of the quarter has certainly changed over time.
Definitely. Okay, so we just got a question from Jestapol. What is the favorite coin that you own? So I think he's talking about our personal collection,
Okay.
as opposed to the coin business we're in. I'm gonna say that my favorite. I can't really pick one. It's kind of my Carson City Morgans.
Okay.
I buy them in GSA holders, the original government release packaging from the Nixon and Reagan years, 78 through 84 or something like that, or 85. They basically released these black rectangular holders. I actually have them at the bank, or I'd go run into my room and pull them out. We're at my house right now. We're not like in some office or something like.
And again, last week we tried going live on YouTube and it was a little choppy. So we figured let's be in a more controlled environment, get the Wi-Fi going instead of the cellular network. So
Yeah, exactly.
hopefully this is making a little bit of a difference.
Okay, so Jestapol just said his favorite coin is the Montenegrin 2 Perpera 1909. What
Cool.
country is that from, dude? I've never heard of one of those before.
I'm gonna
Oh,
look
he
it
just
up.
said 1910. It's NGC XF45. I'm guessing it's rare if they bothered. Oh, Montenegro, the country or the city? That's a. Well, you can tell we don't know anything about world coins, or at least I don't. Montenegro is the country. Okay, so it must be called something else now. What area of the world was that in, Jestapol? Okay, while you're working on that, I'm going to go ahead and finish up.
My favorite coin that I own, I'll go ahead and tell you.
Oh,
that.
yeah, go ahead.
Is a I do have a high relief piece dollar. It's a lower grade. It's a mint state 62, but we're not talking about something that is extremely valuable. But I really like the coin. The piece dollar is my favorite coin. I know the Morgan dollar is preferred by most people, and I've said it again and again. But I love the piece dollar. soft chin, really simple design, really settled design. I do prefer it, and the high relief is just gorgeous. And I have it in an old green PCGS holder, not an original rattler, but one of the original, kind of like that dark mint green holder. And I love it. It's just my favorite coin.
So that was prior to the Rattler then? Or
no,
after?
It was after. The Rattler was first.
Okay.
And then this one was maybe 3 or 4 series in. So I think it went the Rattler and then like a off green seafoam kind of color.
Yeah, I've seen them all.
Yeah, and then it went to, and I think it was maybe the 3rd or 4th cert was that kind of mint green.
So David Carlisle just said that Dolly Madison saved the White House, apparently.
There it was.
Yeah.
Dolly Madison. Yeah, I said Adams, but it was Madison. Thank you for correcting me. I knew I was wrong on that one.
And I think Justapol is Numismatic Nation on Twitter, if I'm not mistaken, because he's talking about Bosnian and Serbian coins. And
so this is the coin. This is the Montenegro.
Okay.
You know.
Yeah. Okay. What's up, Justapol? It always confuses me because the names are different, but I remember you told me last week that you're one and the same person. That's cool. We always, Ken Peavy in the house. What's up, dude?
Good morning, man.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah.
So this is the
So for those of you that are just joining us now, we are doing a Q&A session. I gotta say, Ken Peavy has done a phenomenal job on YouTube. We just ran into him last week. Coins for Amateurs referred us, and Ken, we really enjoy your show. It's awesome. For anybody on here that's not subscribed to Ken Peavy, I'd recommend going over there. He is so much fun to watch. Great personality, wonderful coverage of coins. I really enjoy it. So Coins for Amateurs. Yeah, why don't we get everybody to say their favorite coin that they own? John and I said ours. Let's see. CFA said it's tough for him, but why don't we nail you down, Chad? If you don't have to pick one coin, but why don't you pick one series that you like the best? Yeah, Professor Peavy. He definitely knows his stuff.
Yeah, he does.
No doubt. So we have one more question from. Oh, here we go. David Carlisle saying that Dolly Madison saved the portrait of George Washington from the burning of the White House. Okay,
is that what she was running across the White House lawn with? The story I remember was that one of the president's wives during the War of 1812 was running across the White House lawn carrying some significant items. Maybe that's what it was. Maybe it was the portrait of George Washington.
That's so crazy.
I
mean, dude, that takes some serious guts. Like, there's soldiers ransacking the White House and burning it, and then she has the guts to grab a picture and start running with it. I mean,
wow.
Ken Peavy said, my last favorite was the one I just dropped and rolled over with my chair. Currently deciding my next favorite. Yeah. The old drop the coin on the ground joke.
Oh, my bad. Yeah.
Oh, man. Numismatists. I mean, especially with grading coming around, that solved the drop it on the ground thing. Okay, so I have a quick story. One of my friends, it was the wholesale director for a major company in the market. And he had a 2.5-ounce octagonal slug from the California Gold Rush. Big old Humbert octagonal slug. I don't know if you guys have ever seen it. But somebody sent him the coin to buy it. He flipped it to somebody else.
Ooh.
In the meantime, he was playing with the coin. I don't remember what he was doing in the vault there, but he dropped it on the ground. And no joke, this 2.5 ounce gold Humbert coin is so heavy it cracked the holder when it hit the ground. And he thought he damaged the coin too. And we're talking about a $50,000 coin here. A very high quality choice AU example of a slug. And he was panicked because he just got in the position. He was brand new and then almost
destroyed history.
Yeah, right.
So I'm going to actually bounce back to a question we had earlier. And it was in relationship to the direction of the large cent and the direction that Liberty is facing in the large cent. Because she started off facing right. It was switched to facing left in 1808 with the classic head design. And I just read something that I found very interesting in relationship to just generally speaking, kind of the unwritten laws of looking left and looking right on coinage. So this unnamed author is saying, the dimension of a portrait direction. There are some unwritten laws about the direction of a portrait on a coin or metal and the symbology this implies. A portrait of a person facing left is looking to past accomplishments. A portrait showing facing right is looking to the future. Now, I think we actually kind of talked about this a little bit in Long Beach when we were at the
the
Tyrant Collection.
The Tyrant Collection.
And as I read that, it all came back to me, and that was something that Ivan had even talked about, because we asked him as well, how come some are facing left, how come some are facing right?
We were hanging out with Ivan, who we call Ivan the Great and Terrible from Goldberg Auctions at the Tyrant Collection, which is considered to be the world's most valuable collection.
Right.
It's mainly ancients. It's mainly from 500 BC roughly through mostly the 20th. It kind of cuts off in the early 1900s, I think.
Yeah, I mean, they had like Iraq coins.
Oh, they had a Saddam Hussein gold coin
on it. So they actually did have some relatively modern coins. And that is
it's Tarek, bro.
Oh, cool.
Tarek just rolled in. What's up, man?
Thanks for joining us.
Dude, good to see you. Yeah.
And you can go to the tyrantcollection.com, and that is the preserved website for the entire collection. And it's broken down into a few different sections. It's kind of cool.
Oh, the Tyrant Collection's incredible. We've actually done shows every time it's gone to Long Beach. I think we've done 3 now.
Yeah.
Is that right? Mm-hmm. For a different segment. First, it was coins from around England. Some of the like Anglo-Saxon coinage all the way up through some of the more modern kings of England. That was pretty incredible. And yeah, am I saying that right? Is it Tarek? I think that's right. How else could you say that? Yeah. So anyways, Tarek, what's up, man? It was so cool running into you on Instagram so long ago. You were like one of our first followers, and we really appreciate that. It's been so cool getting all those pictures of your coins. We're going to cover them more. I know we did a limited amount of photo coverage, but we are planning on doing more content based on your coinage, especially the Athenas. Those are absolutely gorgeous. Some of the best pieces I've ever seen.
Gorgeous.
Bro, your collection is phenomenal. You have one of the best ancient coin collections I've ever seen. Just absolutely incredible.
And guys, make sure you go over to Instagram, check out Tarek Numismatic on there. Check out his photos. He has some really cool stuff up there.
Yeah, he really does. Okay, so Ken Peavy says, I've taken a liking to bust halves. Those are absolutely gorgeous, and I believe those are a Robert Scott design as well.
I believe so.
Bust halves, because he designed everything up through the $50, right? So yeah. Robert Scott is totally incredible. We've been learning a ton about him as we've been diving into the earlier cents a little bit more. He designed so many of them. Let's see. Tarek Numismatic asks, are you guys going to the numismatic sale in New York? No, we do proxy bidding sometimes. Our company does. In some of these auctions, we're at almost every major auction, either us or an agent working for us, looking to buy things that are good deals. So we're always in the mix. We rarely go to an auction because there's almost no point. We don't make any more money by going there or any less money. We've kind of got a system set up.
Hey, Divvy, thanks for dropping in real fast.
Divvy Detectorist. Yeah, what's up, man? Oh, okay. Yeah, so Professor Peavy is saying that John Reich designed the capped bust.
Yeah, and Scott did
the drape bust.
Yeah.
He likes
and the designers, John Eckstein is also credited on the drape bust $50 as well, along with Robert Scott.
And I've actually, as we've been reading about this, I've actually seen controversy about the actual designer of some of these coins.
Yeah.
Like sometimes you'll go into, say, I believe it was the capped bust where some credit Reich, some credit Scott. There's like some weird stuff going on with some people saying that one or the other designed certain coins. And let's see here. Oh, very nice dog, says Jestable. Yeah, Java is a purebred black pug. He's a little knucklehead. Let's see. Ken Peavy says the best way to build an audience is to get involved in the chat in some of the live streams. So that's a really good point. Ken, is there anyone else you want to blow up on the stream here? I know you have a a lot of channels that you follow. There's a lot that you're involved in. There's a lot that you promote. So if there's any of those live streams you think people should go ahead and check out besides yours, if you want to leave them in the comments section here.
Yeah, look what Chad just said. So you guys want to make me a moderator? I can help with the stream. Yeah.
How do we do that?
It's like an icon somewhere. Just touch it. Let's see. Hit those three.
Is there a button I can push and just do that right now? Let's see here. Participants, CFA. Oh, CFA, if you click on the 3 dots next to my name. Oh, there we go. Okay. CFA is now a moderator.
Done. You kidding me?
Yeah. Can we do that? Can we do that twice?
Yeah.
Because if we could do that twice, I'd do it twice. Okay. Do we collect any? Okay. The next question from Jestopol is, do you collect any foreign coins? And the answer is, as of yet, the only foreign coins I've collected are from Mexico, just because I've been going there from when I was a kid. There was a currency change. They did basically a reverse split currency change where a $10,000 coin became a $1,000 coin and so on, because their currency lost so much value that they had to do that at one time. And I have some foreign coins. I was actually given this binder when I was a little bit younger, and it had just some travel coins. I had a relative that was in the military, and had traveled around the world in the early 30s and 40s, and I have a lot of just world coinage. Nothing ancient, nothing super exciting. A few off metals, but it's kind of neat. I mean, I'll take some images of those and share them with you guys at some point. Ken Beebe says he stores his best coins in the floor duct.
Well, doesn't everybody?
Do you really though? That's absolutely hilarious, man. I keep my good ones in a safe deposit box in the bank, but then there's coins all over my house. There's I put a Black Eagle currency note in my shirt dresser drawer, an MS64 EPQ, like the first currency note I ever bought. And I did that 10 years ago, and it's just in my shirt drawer permanently. And every once in a while I'm running out of shirts, and I like lift them up and I'm like, oh, there's my Black Eagle note. And I just don't move it because
I think my nightstand is just filled with little plastic flips of just random coins, random loose commemoratives, medals. I have a few of the large presidential medals, like those large oversized brass medals that come in those stands. I have a Nixon and a Kennedy. Actually, I think that's all I have is Nixon and Kennedy. Yeah, they're kind of neat.
Did you say
just sitting around?
I hope you kicked him out instead of timeout coins for amateurs. What happened to lime flavored libertarian 24?
I guess he was just getting too aggressive.
Oh, was he?
I don't know.
I didn't even see him on there.
Thanks, Chad. Get him out of here, bro.
Yeah. Whatever you did, Chad.
He's like the tough guy at the door. He's like, no, you can't come in.
He's like, excuse me, bro. You need to check yourself. Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah. Go to the back of the line, sir.
Thanks, bro.
Okay, cool. Yeah. It seems like Jestopol has the same sort of strategy as I do. His closet and drawers are filled with coins. Cool. And then, Troll Patrol.
And then
nice.
don't get into comic books, man, because I have comic books coming out of my ears at home. Comic book statues, comic book posters, comic book trinkets, comic book t-shirts. It's like my wife's gonna kill me. I mean, I have so much comic book stuff. It's driving her nuts. It's but it's okay. It's okay.
So we had one more question.
Oh, Jestopol, you have stamps? You like philatelics?
We have a philatelist.
Philatelist? I don't know.
What is that? How you say a stamp collector? It's a philatelist or philatelist or something like that.
I know.
I've
really
never
cool
been into stamps.
I like it.
So we had another question. Ryan Lasley from Instagram. I don't know if we're familiar with that guy, but
sure.
Ryan sounds like a weird name or something. But Ryan Lasley from Instagram asked, which large cent series is the rarest? And oh, thanks, Ken, for letting us know that you pronounce it how it's spelled.
Philatelist.
Yeah, philatelist. That's funny. But you can't see inflection by words, right? So that's
Sure. Yeah, I can. You can't. Anyway, so let's give us Ryan Lasley's question here.
Oh yeah, Ryan Leslie's question. Which large scent series is the rarest? And I'm going to answer this by saying that I'm not getting into dye varieties. I'm not getting into reeded edge versus beaded or any of that kind of stuff. Overall, surprise, surprise, the earliest series, the flowing hair scent, is the rarest in overall rarity. But there's some specimens, there's some dye varieties, there's all kinds of crazy stuff where in some cases coins are unique. There's only one of them or a couple of them or stuff like that. And
I mean, there are certainly some really expensive drape bust coins and some other coins, some $2 and $3 million coins. But as far as population, as far as the actual rarity scale, that first coin is takes the cake.
Totally. Let's see. David Carlisle says Ken and I will try not to cuss, but
At Coins for Amateurs.
Oh, at Coins for Amateurs. Not to cuss at him or cuss at all.
I'm not sure what he's saying there.
Cussing's okay on this feed as long as Chad's kids aren't on here, because that wouldn't be cool. But I don't think.
I know. No, it's not, Ken. No, it's not. Don't say. You know that you're saying don't cuss at Coins for Amateurs. No, taking it back now. Just kidding, bro.
Just yeah. Kidding, bro. Oh, Ken, the saltiness, the salt adds flavor, my friend. The salt is the best part. I mean, that's why I roll onto your feed. Like that's what I enjoy about it.
Yeah, no kidding. No kidding.
Right on. Well, if anybody else has any last minute questions, go ahead and post them. Large sense, anything. What's John's shoe size? What kind of shoes does he like to collect?
We're just happy that we held at least 6 people's attention here for 31 minutes. We're like, okay, check that one off the list. We'll try it again next time.
Yeah, we just like drinking our coffee, hanging out with you guys for a little bit on Sunday morning. Oh, Justipole says, what is my favorite food?
Whoa.
Dude, I'm kind of a foodie, so that's a tough question.
Yes.
Oh, man. I would say right now I've kind of been on this poutine kick for some reason. Just into the different kinds of it and stuff.
It's grub, man. Yeah.
Oh, dude, poutine is real. Yep. And Justipole, you're from Canada, so you probably get down with some of that poutine too.
And as far as I'm concerned, right now I'm not as much of a foodie. I'm a little more into the classics. But I've been trying a few different gourmet burgers and sliders. There's a few different things. Ryan and I were at Hatch recently.
Yeah, the Hatch in Irvine.
Yeah, and I tried a few different things there that I thought were really, really bomb. So that's kind of where my love is. And oh, you know what? That burger that we had at Karl Strauss. That was
wicked.
Incredible.
Oh my God.
That was a really good burger with the avocado on it. Oh, I'm getting hungry now, guys.
And Ken, yes, we are planning on doing a show every week, 9:00 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, 12 Eastern, and we'd love being on your directory, man. You've built something really great, and we're excited to be a part of it. So I think that's it. Hope everybody has a good Sunday. Thanks for joining us for half an hour here. And we'll go ahead and catch you guys soon.
All right, guys. Thanks again. Thanks for joining us.
All right. See ya.
Bye, guys.
Oh, okay. Real quick before we go, David Carlisle says, I am particularly interested in the composition of U.S. scents from beginning to the present. That is a good one. And maybe what we'll do is explore that in a static post.
On a full show.
Oh, you want to? Let's do a full show on
scents.
scents.
I mean, we could even
the history of scents.
We could even just do
a
full YouTube release show on the scent in general.
We're feeling that. Well, thanks a lot for joining us, guys. Goodbye for real this time, and we'll go ahead and catch you around. Make sure you follow us on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. Please smash the like button on your way out, and Ken, my name's Ryan Lasley,
and I'm John Damiano.
John Damiano.
Yeah, sorry.
There you go. All right. Well, thanks for joining us, guys. We'll see you soon.
All right, bye.